What's good, everybody? If you don't know me, I am Amanda, Mell's sister. And yes, we really are sisters. Now, I'm here for a few reasons. Number one, your main girl Mell has been putting out some fire content on YouTube. So I thought I'd give her a break this week and come on here and do a little bit of a takeover because I want to share my updated curly hair routine with you. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this. This is actually my first time ever filming an entire YouTube video all on my own. I'm going to be giving you a tour of my shower and all the products that I like to keep in there. I'm going to show you some of my holy grail products and how I like to use them in my winter curly hair routine, some of which I've been using since I've been about 12 years old. So without further ado, Mell, we're gonna miss you, but let's get into it. There's seriously nothing cute about how you look right before washing your hair, and I know you know this, so I know you're not judging me. I know we all feel the same way. It is what it is. It's been probably a week since the last time I washed my hair, and this is what we are looking like. So just to be transparent, my wash days don't look the same every single time I wash my hair. I wash my hair about once a week, and depending on a few things, like number one, I ask myself, what's the weather outside? Right now, it's currently winter. It's very dry, very cold, so those are things I like to consider before washing my hair. Usually in the winter time, I get really dry scalp. However, my scalp is not that dry today, so that's a good thing. There's a few things I've been doing to help with that, and it's been working for me, so I'm going to show you what I do. I also like to consider what I've been doing to my hair recently. I recently colored it, so that's important to know. I also straightened my hair last week, so these are things that are important to take into consideration because they may or may not mean that I need to do some sort of treatment to help care for my hair so that it remains healthy. So now that I've considered all that, I'll pick and choose which products I'm going to use, but again, I want to show you my most used routine. So these are products that I use very regularly, if not every wash day, every other wash day. To begin, I'm going to be using the Moroccanoil treatment. This is actually something that I like to do the night before washing my hair, but I was lazy last night. So I like to just take a couple pumps of this, and a little really does go a long way. I think I've been on the same bottle for like 9+ months. Think of it as like a pre-poo treatment. You can really use any oil for this. I just really love this one because I love the smell. I love how it feels on my hair. So I'm just coating my hair with this to protect it before washing it, and at the same time I'm lightly detangling my hair, just using my fingers and removing any fallen hair. Not gonna lie, a lot of the products in this routine you've seen me use for many years. My mom first started buying us Moroccanoil treatments, maybe we were like 8-10 years old. She used to go to the beauty supply and she would buy this product literally by the gallons because, you know, growing up we really struggled with our hair, and she struggled. Like, she doesn't have curly hair, she has wavy hair. So when she birthed us, she really had no idea what to do. She was lost. So whenever she found something that did work for us, she bought loads of it. What's also nice about this Moroccanoil treatment is that you can use it in so many ways. I like to use it as a treatment before bed, so kind of like an overnight treatment, and then I'll throw in my bonnet, and in the morning my hair just feels and looks so silky and luxurious. Or I also like to apply a little bit of this before styling my hair or my damp hair. So there's so many different ways you can use it. And sometimes, I don't do this all the time, but because my hair was really knotted today and I don't want to spend an hour in the shower detangling, I'm going to use a wide tooth comb. This is from Wet Brush. It's the best wide tooth comb ever. It's massive and very gentle. So I'm going to use this to very lightly detangle a little bit further. This is what my hair looks like. I'm even more beautiful now, aren't I? You know it. At this point, I'm roughly detangled. That's how much hair came out. Completed my first coffee of the day, and I think we're ready to start washing. So let me bring you in the shower and show you what a typical wash day looks like for me. I think it's time I give you a shower tour. I'm gonna show you everything that I've been using lately, what I've been liking, what I haven't been liking, because I think that'd be really interesting and helpful for you to know. So first, let's start off with essentials. What will you always find in my shower? Okay, number one, you're gonna always find a clarifying shampoo. This is actually the clarifying shampoo that I'm going to be using today and that I've been using pretty much all year. It is the Olaplex number 4C Bond Maintenance Clarifying Shampoo. And listen, I know there's been a lot of talk about Olaplex and how people have been experiencing hair loss because of it. I think Mell wants to address that in a full dedicated YouTube video. So if you're interested in that, let us know in the comments. But I have not experienced any negative side effects. I will continue using it, and I'm going to be using this today as my first shampoo. I'll wash my hair once using this to help remove any of the buildup, and I think this is a really important step in my hair routine because I use so many products and because I go at least a week in between my washes. I use a clarifying shampoo every single time I wash my hair, and it's really important in making sure that my hair doesn't get buildup and remains moisturized and healthy. What you will also find in my shower is a hydrating shampoo. I actually have a couple here. that I've been alternating between. Number one is the Moroccanoil Hydrating Shampoo. This is at the very end. I might even finish it today. And again, because I go so long in between my wash days, I do like to double cleanse, and I'll do this using a hydrating shampoo. And I really like the lather that this gives to the hair. It makes it really easy to distribute, especially as someone with really thick hair. It's really important for me to find a shampoo that lathers nicely, because then I'm not overusing product and wasting product. And then Curlsmith recently launched their new Essential Moisture Cleanser. I have been trying this out since it launched. At first I really liked it, mostly because I feel like I really like the smell of it. It's beautiful. But all in all, after a few weeks of trying this, I'm not very impressed. I wouldn't recommend it, especially for the price tag. And that's also another reason why Mel and I don't recommend shampoos and conditioners very often, because A, we like to try them out for multiple weeks before recommending anything. And I feel like shampoos and conditioners are so important and also delicate to a lot of people. Like, everybody has different needs. In terms of shampoos for the hair, that's all I really keep in my shower: a clarifying shampoo and a hydrating shampoo. When it comes to the scalp, I like to keep something like a mask. This one is really nice from Briogeo. It is their Scalp Revival Charcoal Tea Tree Cooling Hydration Scalp Mask. And I'll use this after shampooing just to hydrate my scalp, especially in the winter. I mentioned my scalp gets really dry, so something like this is very important, and I definitely recommend this one. It is chef's kiss. And in regards to hair tools, there's a few that I always keep on hand in the shower. Number one is a large claw clip for me to use when I am doing some sort of treatment or I need to section my hair. As someone with really thick hair, I love the Wet Brush Pro Detangling Brush. This has really flexible bristles. It has the ballpoint ends. And on days like today where my hair is really knotted, there's nothing that detangles my hair as good as this. So if you have thick hair like me, I definitely recommend this brush. It is unreal. And lastly, of course, I always keep a shampoo brush with me. Again, because I do have thick hair and I can be a little bit lazy / my arms get really tired, I love using a shampoo brush. It really helps me cleanse and really get in all those crevices, so I always keep one of these on hand. And lastly, of course, you're going to find treatments, masks, conditioners. This is a deep conditioner that I recently finished. It is the Money Mask from ColorWOW. This stuff is absolutely, like, it's like a drug for me. It just melts into the hair. It makes it so easy to detangle it, and also it leaves your hair looking really shiny and soft afterwards. So I definitely need to restock on that, but I wanted to give it an honorable mention because if you're looking for a really good treatment mask, this is your girl. And because I color my hair, you'll definitely always find some kind of color mask in my shower. I like ones that don't need to be left on for a long period of time and are easy to use. The Moroccanoil color masks are really amazing. I definitely recommend them if you have color treated hair and you like to brighten up and refresh your color. These ones are great because they also act as a deep conditioning treatment. I currently use the shade Champagne because my hair is like a caramel color at the current moment, and this one really blends beautifully with my hair. And that's pretty much my most used products that I've been testing out. And today I actually decided to skip conditioner. I know, am I crazy? You'll understand why in the next step. Okay, strap up, we're almost there. What did you miss when I got out of the shower? Not much. I threw my hair in a microfiber towel. This one is from the Perfect Haircare. I actually designed this with them last year. I'm going to get right into conditioning / treatment / leave-in. This is the K18 Biometric Hair Science Leave-In Molecular Repair Hair Mask Leave-In. Such a long name. Why do these people have such long names? Like, every beauty product I have, whether it's makeup or skincare or hair care, it's just like an astronomically long name. Again, I mentioned that I recently colored my hair. I recently straightened my hair. So doing treatments are really important. If you want to do those things, it's totally fine. I do them all the time, but you need to care for your hair accordingly. So K18 is a really great product. I like that it works. I like that it's easy to use. You just simply wash your hair really thoroughly, towel dry, and then apply the treatment. Because I have a lot of hair, I do use about 3 pumps per side. I technically probably should be sectioning my hair even further than this, and Mel's probably going to get really angry at me for doing this, but I'm lazy. So
hear you nothing that I say.
You don't have to rinse this out, which is absolutely amazing. Let it soak in for 4 minutes, and then we will detangle.
5 minutes later.
Joe has a meeting in about half an hour, and I'm gonna see if I can style my hair in half an hour so that I don't have to be talking and distracting him while he's on his call. So it's been about 4 minutes. I'm gonna go in and detangle with the detangling brush that I recommended earlier. And because I did do that pre-poo treatment and detangled my hair earlier, this process should be a lot easier. And again, using the right tools is really important. I love this wet brush. Like, look how easily that detangled my hair. I feel like Mel's gonna have a problem with my detangling process as well. Now we're gonna detangle this side. This is all the hair that was removed during my detangling process. Probably about the same size as the amount of hair that I removed earlier, maybe a little bit smaller. Now I mentioned that my scalp gets very dry, especially during the winter. And I have been trying for so many years to find a routine that worked for me. There was a few things that I was doing a couple years ago that were working, like the Curlsmith scalp routine. I found that worked really well for me. I loved the whole process of it, but you have to commit to like 3+ products. And although it worked, when it was time for my next wash day, I was noticing the flakes starting to come back. With this product, I haven't been experiencing that very much. And it is the Ouai Scalp Serum. I'm almost done this. And it's really easy to use. I apply it before styling my hair. You could use it every day. I haven't found the need to because I feel like it really does a really good job at locking in the moisture in my scalp. It's been absolutely amazing. And I think that's what I was missing in my routine. There was nothing that I was doing that was hydrating my scalp. Like, your scalp is skin. You need to take care of your scalp. So I've been doing that with this product and I've been liking it. Definitely a higher end product, but because I've only been using it on my wash day, I found that this has lasted me a long time. But because I'm at the end, I would love to hear if you have any recommendations of something similar to this that you think I would like so I could try it out. I would love to find a more affordable option, but if not, I will definitely be repurchasing. And I'm simply just going to massage all of that in. This does not have to be rinsed out, so again, it's another easy treatment. And that's all for treatments. We're gonna jump right into styling, but first I'm gonna wet down my hair a little bit. This is a continuous spray bottle, in my opinion. Every curly girl needs one of these. And I do find that I get the best results on damp to soaking wet hair when styling my hair because it is so thick and hard to work with. So I'm just gonna wet this down really well. Detangle that once more. This is just gonna make my styling process a lot easier. And something that I'm doing here that you may find not really important is the fact that I'm keeping my microfiber towel on my shoulders because number one, of course, it's gonna prevent my back and shoulders from getting all soaking wet. But I do find that I get less frizz, specifically in this area when I do keep this placed on my back. Because it is so silky, when my hair is moving and rubbing against the towel, it's not creating friction and more frizz. Whereas if it was against, for instance, my robe, which has texture, I would be creating frizz at the same time as I'm trying to style my hair and remove the frizz. Okay, let's style. I feel like I've been talking a lot. I'm really sorry, but I hope it's helpful so far. We're gonna skip leave-in because we did use the K18 Leave-in, and we're gonna jump right into a curl cream. One I've been using for like literally, I think I was 12 when I first started using this. Just now been reformulated and repackaged to be vegan and a lot more eco-friendly. This is the Recoil Curl Activator from AG, a staple, a freaking staple in my hair care routine. This was, if you didn't know, the first ever curl cream that my mom bought for us that actually worked. And before we discovered this product and curl creams in general, we used to leave conditioner in our hair because we didn't know what to do. My mom didn't know what to do. She was so happy when my brother was born and he had straight hair because she was so over the curls. Now we know not the best thing to do. There is a difference between conditioners that are supposed to be rinsed out and conditioners, like leave-in conditioners that are able to be left in. So if you didn't know that, now you know. What's great about this product is that a little bit really does go a long way. It gives such great moisture and really long-lasting results. So I can go 7+ days without having to restyle my hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and now section my hair. And when I'm styling my hair, I do take quite a bit of sections. I find this really important, especially as someone with thick hair. I'm gonna switch brushes for this. Something that you probably saw maybe in my last routine video that I did by myself was I used the Demon brush. I used to use this a lot, but I stopped using it. I don't really use it anymore. And I'll tell you why. I think that this product, although it works really great at defining your curls, it is really rough. Like, I've seen people trying to detangle their hair with this and it just does not work out. It rips your hair out. Do not detangle with this brush. You need to first detangle and then go in and use this to style. But again, as someone who's not a professional, I found that sometimes I was ripping hair out, specifically around my hairline and at the top of my head where it is a little bit harder to style in those areas. So I stopped using that and I switched to using the Ultimate Detangling Brush from Tangle Teezer. This is a detangling brush that I would really recommend for kids or people with fine hair because it's really gentle. And I really like it for styling as well because it does have really, really fine bristles that are really close together and it does a really nice job at defining the hair. So I'm just gonna go in first, detangle the area. How many times have I said detangle in this video? A lot. Use the ribbon curl technique that Mel has so kindly shared with us all to smooth and define the hair. And I'm just gonna do this in sections. And up until about my temple area, I'm gonna be taking these long horizontal sections, but then we're gonna switch it up once we get to the top for volume. And I'm gonna show you what I mean by that once I get there. Another quick note, I am brushing and styling my hair off of the scalp lifting the hair up. This is gonna help create volume. Now this top section here, I'm going to style a little bit differently. At this point, it's dried a lot, so I'm gonna make sure to wet it down. And I'm styling without a part, so I'm just going to take these horizontal sections along the top of my head, very small sections just like this. Detangle it first, brushing the hair upwards for volume. I will then style and define the hair, giving it a little bit of tension, not too much tension, you don't want to rip your hair out, and then letting it fall backwards. This is how I get that natural lift at the roots and style my hair without a part. Okay, how did we get here? I'm in a Plop, my makeup's done. There was a few things you missed because Joe had to hop on his call and I could no longer speak. So here's what happened. After styling, I went in with AG Care's Mousse Gel. I'm so excited that this product is back in my life. Again, it's another staple that I've been using since I was very, very young. It's been in my routine for a long time. I love how it works for me, specifically in the winter months because it gives really nice hold to the hair without a crunchy cast. It also has the same curl complex in here, so it really helps encourage bounce. Doesn't leave your hair feeling dry. There's so many things I love about this product. It has been reformulated, but I'm really happy to say that it hasn't changed from the original formula. I've been loving it and I'm so excited that it's back. And then using my damp microfiber towel, it's really important that your towel is damp because it's not going to draw out too much moisture and product from your hair because it already is damp. I threw my hair in the towel, did my makeup, which took about 20 minutes. Joe finished his call. Now we're here. We're going to remove my hair from the Plop. This is what my hair looks like straight out of the Plop. It's probably about 30 to 40% dry at this point. And then when it comes to diffusing my hair, I love using the Dyson Supersonic. You know this because it has intelligent heat control. It's super fast to dry my hair. And especially doing the Plop before this step really cuts down my drying time. Like my drying time on average, if I don't Plop, using just my diffuser will take me about 40 minutes to completely dry. If I am plopping, it takes me about half the time, about 20 minutes. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just taking the diffuser attachment on the Dyson and I'm hovering around my roots first. Once those get about 80 to 90% dry, I'll then go in and scrunch and really make sure that the hair is fully dry before completing my entire hair care routine. And just under 20 minutes later, my hair is completely dry. So that's why plopping is super key, for me at least. And we're gonna end the routine. We're strapping up for the last step. Oh my gosh, I need water and coffee and food after this, like extreme amounts. I'm going to be using the Verb Ghost Oil. This is a fresh new bottle to finish off my hair routine. This is definitely more like a serum. That's why I really like it because it coats the hair so beautifully and it also melts into the hair really, really nice as well. So you don't get like an oily feeling to the hair when you're done. And by the way, you can see the cast that was left after using the Recoil and the Mousse Gel is very light. It's not like a strong cast where your hair feels crunchy. Like my hair does not feel crunchy at all, but it definitely gives long lasting hold. So that's why I really like that routine. As I mentioned, specifically for the winter, it does really nice in these kind of conditions. And I know it also does really nice in high humidity conditions as well because I've used the same routine in the summer. Now I know that was a lot of steps and it may be overwhelming for a lot of you, but remember, I only wash my hair 1 to 2 max times a week. So making sure that I have a good wash day is key and having a good wash week so that I'm not repeating this whole routine multiple times throughout the week. It's gonna overall save me a lot of time. So that's how I typically go about my wash days. I hope you found it helpful. But before we end off this video, I am going to answer one of your questions that you left on last week's video. If you didn't know, this is a segment that we do at the end of every video where we answer one of your questions from the previous video. So if you have any questions, make sure to drop them below so that Mel answers them in the next video. So Christina left a question for Mel. What are your best tips for keeping the crown area voluminous? So she's speaking to this area of your head here. There's a couple things that I recommend. You can invest in a really good dry shampoo. One dry shampoo that I really recommend is from Living Proof. It's amazing. I'll link it in the description. You can also invest in a good texture spray. Living Proof again has a really nice one that I love because it doesn't leave my hair feeling super gritty and gross afterwards. Another tip Mel shared with me and many of you is grabbing a silk scrunchie before bed, putting your hair in a half up, half down ponytail very loosely. I'm going to show a video of how she does it here. And then she sleeps with this overnight and in the morning she's left with a lot of volume. So there's a lot of different ways that you can preserve volume in your hair. Those are just 3 different ones that I think may be very helpful and really easy to do in your routine throughout the week. And that's it. That is my current curly hair routine. I hope you found this helpful and I hope you didn't miss Mel too much. Not to worry, she's going to be back next Texture Thursday with a really exciting guest because by the time this video goes up, we will have wrapped up a collab in Arizona with a really exciting content creator and we will see you next week with a brand new video. Thank you, Mel, for letting me take over this week and thank you all for watching. Bye. Okay, the sun came out for today's video, so I'm super excited. I thought I'd be nervous, but I'm really excited to film this video. Joe, no burping.
Why?
Because I can hear you, I'm filming. This guy just burps. He burps on demand.
Any video.
It's gonna be in the bloopers.
Oh, come on.
Joe, no burping. Quiet on set. Oh, I'm so proud of myself right now, Mel. I hope you're proud of me. Everyone watching, I hope you're proud of me right now. Who would have thunk that I would have filmed a whole entire YouTube video by myself? Not I, not I.